Hello Aquarius, kia ora koutou katoa. This is Leslie Ormsby and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, I did say that right. Where am I going? There's kind of this bit blank spot there, and I kind of like just lost my train of thought there. So I think I was just looking to say, did I just say Aquarius? Yes, I did, or no, I didn't. So there may be a little bit of that sort of memory lapse sort of thing there. So they're just saying, bring center focus. So there may be a bit of that. So center focus, and like there's a regroup yourself and your energy or your thoughts and come back to it. So there may be a lot going on that is kind of like distracting you a little bit. So so just in a way, yeah, take a breath. Okay, take a breath. So anyway, where are we going? Aquarius. So I will get that song comes to mind. There's a song that comes to mind. I think you know which song that could be. Aquarius. Just having a little bit of fun they are. So I'm going to do a 4-card spread here today, and it's a mind, body, soul one. So spirit, soul, that's what I was going to say there, but I've kind of like combined it together now for use. Oh gosh, it's a little bit unsettled at the moment. Archangel Raphael, okay, and then we're going to go here and just see. So we've got the archangels here wanting to come through this round of readings and to help bring through some messages of guidance. And like I said, we're doing a mind, body, spirit, soul sort of flow here, and just seeing what's going on, how you're thinking, and what mindset things are going on in your mind and that sort of thing. And there's also like a mental thing, or how you're thinking about things. So I wanted to go mental, emotional, because there seems to be a combination in there with yous, and with everybody, of course, but for you, so like right now, because it's all about you, which is part of the message, is making things all about you, not in a negative way, of course it's a positive way, but it's for the greater good of one and all. So there may be you may be like sorting or mulling through things, where separating where there are things for you, or something has come up where you're questioning if you're making it all about you, or how you're balancing your energy and what energy you can give to others or share with others. Okay, so there's this balancing energy there, but I'm also wondering what else is going on, because this first card here that Archangel Michael has come up from Archangel Michael. He's talking about drinking more water, eating more veggies of all variety, and a balanced eating habit. So and to balance your energy. So there may be something going on there where your energy is a little bit out of whack, and it could be something to do with your dietary intake or what you're consuming, okay, in your body. And so the Ace of Swords has popped over that one, and the next card here is Archangel Raphael, and it's in reverse. It's like organization there, so I'm just going to leave it in reverse at the moment. And the third card here is gentleness from Archangel, I think he's, let me see, Sandalphon. I was going to say Jophiel, but I'll put my glasses on so I can read it. So gentleness, Archangel Raphael, Sandalphon, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. So maybe you're being a little bit hard on yourself. When I read that card in the message when I first saw it, and with what's going on here with these other cards, it's like maybe you're being a little bit harsh on yourself or hard on yourself than you need be. Because here's the last card: you are good enough. Okay, so what I'm getting from that one is, there's a variety of things that are going on there, and it's for some of you, I'm feeling it's like there's this inner sense of not being good enough around relationships or people in your life, with work or job or employment, or just general, a few things like that, where you may be feeling a little bit stuck. And sometimes when what we're eating it can lower our energy levels and give us contribute to brain fog when we don't necessarily need it. And it could be not just what you're eating, it's when you're eating it as well. So I'm just going to take my glasses off. So Yeah, so just keeping that in mind. So the Ace of Swords here, I mean, there's a sense of victory usually that comes around with this card, but there will be, like, in the mind is like to shift that. So some of you may have actually gone on a really cool eating regime, and it's like, and things are starting to shift, and then maybe it's still a little bit disorganized, but just keep going is what I'm hearing with that. Others of you is getting more, and maybe you're moving into that, and you're maybe being really, really resistant. But I'm hearing that with this sword, Ace of Swords is like there's something to with, like I say, it's usually some sort of victory. If that's what you want, then you're going to have to change your mindset, because this can be like a shifting in the mindset or the perspective in a way, in the way that you're thinking about things. And I'm also hearing communicating with yourself better. It's also around decision making, the swords. So that could be that you're not making a decision. So that's kind of, and when you decide what you want to do, because there's something new, and maybe you're just getting kick-started, or you're looking at it, and to shift something, not necessarily in a dietary way, but in any sort of thing that you're moving. So there could be something that you're looking at, a habit or an addiction or a way of doing things, or wanting to knock something, a repetitive cycle out. So we're going to need to make some changes. So this one here, and if we're in this, and it's talking about getting organized, so there may be a sense of there may be a bit of disarray around you, and so they're talking about or uncertainty around you, but that's because probably something I'm hearing in the background there is something, maybe you may be looking for a little bit more direction or something, so it's about being organized basically. So and when we're more organized, things become a lot more clearer, and then we can start to find some direction, and then I'm hearing like decluttering in that sort of sense. So but organizing yourself and organizing things, but organize something where you can clear your throat, in a sense of clearing. I'm hearing it's around decisions, so there may be something that's coming up around decision making, Aquarius. But this one here is having the strength to push past it, to go through it. So whatever it is, the Nine of Wands, generally there's a battle weary sort of person that's climbing up a hill. This one's not so battle weary looking, but there is like, she's lined up her 9 rods, her 9 wands, and it's like looking at, it's like, what? I've achieved that. So for some reason, it's in the back, for some reason, there is something, I feel like maybe you're holding off on something on the last step, and making it, but you'll get there, okay? So you've achieved so much, so let's keep going is what I'm hearing it. And part of that is organizing things to be in a way that's going to help you, or support you to be successful, or to achieve what it is what you're wanting to achieve. Okay. Gentleness. Yeah, because I mean, sometimes, we can get so dang, hard on ourselves sometimes, and when we're not doing it, or when something comes up, and then there's that procrastination, side of things that comes up. So they're just talking about here with the gentleness. That's why I feel like they're talking about where that's coming from is, being kind to yourself. The Prince of Pentacles here, there's a new sense of energy there. So, but it's like now it's, of learning, moving, direction, but it's like, I feel like it's more about our health, the health and well-being side of energy in that sense. So it's like your energy lifts a bit, because it's like you're shifting something. And that, so it's like, but there's something about, we're still going to make an effort and to make some changes as well in, in our movements to get to where, in order to get to where we need to get to. So I'm feeling this is, there's a lot of, overthinking or thinking. There's a shift in that, in the way that you're thinking there is coming through. All of that will get you there. So mine, so it's all like, flows, if we're if we're working on what's coming, what we're feeding our mind, or what's coming up in our mind, and taking notice of it, and shifting that mindset. And it's like, wow, well, that's a rotten thought, or where did that thought come from? It's like taking notice of it and quickly, like immediately shifting that mindset, or that word, or that, you know, that phrase, or that thought that came through. It's like, wow, okay, so that isn't me. And then, okay, if that is me, blah 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 blah, but it's not me. You know, there's this inner talk, in a chat that I'm getting. So there's something about making a decision, basically, and it's not necessarily. I feel like, you know, you in the sense that it's you that you're talking about. It could be something in someone outside of yourself, in your outside world, as you know, whether it be at work or at the gym and that. So I feel like what the Spirit are trying to say there is, like, you're maybe picking up on stuff with that you're not you're taking on board for yourself. So just be mindful that it's you're only taking on what is yours and not anybody else's. Okay. But this one here, like this Prince of Pentacles, is like talking about, you know, there's a sense of coming back to earth. You know, like you might go out there, and you might have been out there, but it's like this, you know, with these, a change in the way that we're thinking, being, doing, and taking action towards what it is that we do want or want to do, be, give, or have in our lives. It's like we, you know, we become more in the moment. So it's being, you know, aware of coming back into our body and grounding ourselves. So, and staying, or yourself in this case, and staying here, because you are good enough at whatever it is that you are venturing into or looking at the moment. And the Princess of Swords here, this is obviously you know, Aquarius, like as in this Ace of Swords here. It's like, you know, she's risen a sword, she's ready for the challenge, and she's cut through the bullshit because she's on top of that cloud. So it's now taking that energy, taking that, you know, the clean energy, they're saying, and freeing your mind, and, you know, knowing that you are good enough to do whatever it is. And some of you, maybe a new job that you're going into. For some of you, I'm hearing it's becoming a new mother or a father. You know, and it's, or maybe you've become a good father, a new father or mother, a parent. So it's like, you know, and you may be questioning that. So for you, somebody else, it may be just, for example, you know, just throwing out some examples. So thinking outside of the square, and, you know, how does this relate to you? Okay. I'm going to leave that there now, and we'll continue this and see where it goes next week. But they're just saying, you know, like, yeah, just relax, come back, take your time in some areas, but it's not rushing, but it's keeping that momentum alive. Okay. Anyway, bye for now, and we'll see you next week.